Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Marjaana and in this video I'm making sun and moon earrings. I love the symbolism behind them. The moon often represents feminine energy while the sun represents masculine energy. And in many traditions the left side of the body is seen as feminine and the right side as masculine. I started with the sun. I drew a circle using a nail polish bottle with a 2 cm diameter, and then I used a ruler to mark 8 even points so the sunbeams would be symmetrical. After that, I drew the moon. I used a 3.5 cm round mold to trace the crescent shape and added a little nose to it. Next, use your paper template to cut the pieces out of clay. I rolled the clay to about 3 mm thick. You can use guide sticks to get an even thickness, but you can also do it by eye. And then cut your sun and moon. Then I drew faces on the paper templates. You don't have to do this, but I think they look really nice with a bit of character. I placed the template on the clay and traced the outlines through the paper using a sharp tool. Then I removed the paper and defined the facial features a bit more. Remember to make holes for the earrings hooks at this stage. Once dry, I gently sanded the edges smooth, being careful not to sand over the facial features. Afterward, I carefully wiped away all the dust. Next I painted the sun with gold paint and the moon with silver. And pro tip, thread a wire through the hole and hang the earring on a stick over a glass or bowl. This way it can dry freely without touching any surfaces. I applied 3 coats to get a solid finish. Then it was time for gilding. I used specific gilding glue and sheets of gold and silver leaf. I applied the glue, let it sit for a moment, and then placed the leaf on top. Once the glue was completely dry, I brushed away the excess leaf. Originally, I planned to add the flakes only to the edges because the glue can sometimes leave a visible texture, and I didn't want to hide the facial features. However, when I applied the leaf, it stuck everywhere. Maybe the paint was still a bit tacky, but actually I really love how it turned out. The facial features are still visible because there was no glue. The texture actually looks cool. The thicker parts of the glue look like rays on the sun and craters on the moon. To protect the earrings, I applied 2 coats of acrylic lacquer. This ensures the gilding flakes stay in place. Once the varnish was dry, I assembled the earrings. I used gold-toned jump rings and hook for the sun and silver-toned for the moon to match the colors. I used one larger jump ring and one smaller jump ring, and then an earring hook. And we're done. I think they turned out so lovely. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!